Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Washington Commanders franchise here on Madden NFL 24. As today we travel to Lincoln Financial Field to face the Philadelphia Eagles in what is a must-win game for the Washington Commanders. They currently sit 6-9 and they have a very, very slim chance to make the postseason. They need some things to go their way, but more importantly, they need to win. They have to win their remaining two games, and it starts by facing the Philadelphia Eagles, who have won 8 straight. They sit 11-4 on the season. Nobody has been hotter in the NFL than Philly, so it is not going to be easy. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. Coach Eric Bieniemy has told the press this week, you just got to win it. Well, they'll get the football first. We'll see his offense as we are underway here. Both these teams met up in Week 15, and it was the Eagles who were victorious in Landover 30-17. Kirk Cousins and the Commanders trying to rewrite that loss as he takes the field. 3,700 yards, 22 touchdowns to 19 interceptions for Captain Kirk. They'll start off with their own 25-yard line as it's a give left side to Devin Singletary, and he's going to be quickly bottled up. Their run game has not been the same the past 3 weeks since Charles Leno went on the injured list. He is still out. He's going to miss the remaining regular season games, as it's going to have to be Douglas Kramer still on that left tackle spot, the undrafted rookie. Now it's a 3rd and 7 as they try to set up a screen for Gibson, and it's not going to work, and Washington will go 3 and out. That'll bring out Jalen Hurts, the X-Factor quarterback who has turned into a top 5 QB in this league. What a career he's put together early on in his run, proving all of the doubters wrong. 32 touchdowns to 9 interceptions as the Eagles rocking their old school Kelly Green uniforms. Hurts keeps it on this first play of the game. He picks up 4 before being tackled by Drew Tranquill. 2nd and 6 now. Hurts to the air for the first time. Fires left. He has his man. It's Quez Watkins with a first down. Hurts is very good at just keeping his eyes downfield in the face of pressure. It was on full display there. Next play, they go back to the ground as DeAndre Swift, who quickly gets bottled up. No gain on the play. Back to the air, 2nd and 5. Hurts looks left side. He has his receiver. It's Watkins again. He picks up a first down. This is a team that has A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and then Dallas Goedert, who cooked us last week. We cannot afford for Quez Watkins to get going. The next play, it's a connection outside, and guess who? It's Quez Watkins, who has 3 catches for 51 yards already, and Hurts has entered the zone. Not good news for the Commanders, as this is a good 2-yard stop by the defense. They go to Swift again, and it's a blitz, so it's right into the arms of Tranquill. It's a loss of 3, and now Philly faces 3rd and 11. Hurts back to throw now. Steps up in the pocket, tries to fire left side. It's in the dirt. Philly will get 3 on their opening possession as they take the lead. Second drive here now for Washington. Up the seam. This one's tipped and intercepted. Cousins is picked off by Grant Delpit, and he's got nothing but green grass in front of him. It's a touchdown. A pick 6 for Philly. Cousins tried to go up the seam. The ball was tipped, and it ended up right in the hands of Grant Delpit. A big-time play for Philly. As the next play, Jordan Davis just injures our center and gets a tackle for a loss. He is amazing. Quickly 3rd and 14 for Washington as Cousins fires across the middle and it can't connect with Samuel, who tried to lay out for it. Washington goes 3 and out, and this game has gone from bad to worse. Now 10-0 as there's a pass across the middle that's caught by Devonta Smith, who had a very good game last time. 3 catches, 81 yards, and a touchdown 2 weeks ago. Next play, they go to A.J. Brown on the outside, and the superstar receiver picks up 3 before Chase Young is hurt on the play. Later in this drive, Philly inside the 15, 1st and 10, fire left side, and that one is caught. Almost could have been in play for Benjamin St-Juste, but he didn't get a hand on it. After the pickup of 7, they go to the ground. Hurts keeps it, and he can't break the tackle. Nice play there by Terrell Smith to make the loss of 3. Now quickly 3rd and 5. Hurts fires out of the back of the end zone, and Philly will get 3 more. And we end the first quarter 13-0 in favor of the Eagles. Not a good start for Washington. They had the football, though, in Philly territory, and they need to put points on the board this drive. 1st and 10, a great adjustment there by Terry McLaurin to make the grab. He races inside the 20, and Washington's in the red zone. Next play, bunch to the right. Cousins looking that way. Fires now short left for McLaurin again, and he has another grab. That one's a pickup of 3, and you can see how loud it is. Cousins having a hard time hearing in his headset. 2nd and 7. Cousins short. There's Mo Alley Cox, who's going to have some space to run, and he gets down to the 5 before being shoved out of bounds. Goal to go for the Commanders. They keep it in the air. Quick pass left side. Samuel has it. That's a pickup of 3. Now down at the 2-yard line. Cousins is going to keep the ball throwing. Quick pass. McLaurin caught touchdown, and that is a big-time answer for Washington. They needed those points, and they get 7. Now 13-7, though, still in favor of the Eagles. Next drive for Philly. It's a quick pass right side. This is a connection to A.J. Brown, one of the probably a top 10 wide receiver in this league. And 2nd and 5. Now they go back to the ground as they're Swift for a gain of 1. A big 3rd down. Washington's defense needs to get off the field here. Bunch to the right. Quick pass across the middle. It's Watkins who has it for a 1st down. He continues to be busy here. That's the 4th grab of the day for Watkins, and more importantly, it's a 1st down. Next play, Washington sells on a blitz, and Swift out of the backfield is going to outrun Yamin Davis. That's a 60-yard touchdown for DeAndre Swift. His 3rd receiving touchdown of the season, and Philly answers right back, extending their lead back to 13. It's 20-7 now. And Singletary bottled up. Jordan Davis, just continues to be a beast in the middle. He bullies a man on the next play, and it forces an interception. This time is picked up by Williams, and he's going to take it for 6. The 2nd pick 6 of the ball game for the Eagles defense. Jordan Davis just absolutely blew up Matt Filer on the right guard spot, got in Cousins' face, forced an error and throw, and now it's 27-7. Commanders, what is happening here? This game is spiraling out of control. That's a big-time conversion to Samuel, though, on the 1st down play. Deshaun Hand hurt on the play. Later now, Washington in the red zone. There's plenty of pressure in the face of Cousins, and that one should have been picked off again. Slay just dropped an easy pick, but there's just too much pressure in the face of Cousins. His line's giving him no time to throw. He's on 2nd down. He has to check down to McLaurin for only 3. A big 3rd and 7. The fans alive here in Philly. Cousins fires left side, lays out forward is Samuel, who makes a diving grab at the 4. Great play by the receiver. Now it's goal to go. Cousins, quick pass right side, tries to find Ali. He gets absolutely rocked. Incomplete. 2nd and goal. Now they go back to the ground. Gibson, he's going to get nothing. Guess who? Jordan Davis just lives in our backfield. So now 3rd and goal. Cousins trying to make something happen. He's being chased by Hassan Reddick, has to dump it to the sidelines. Washington has no choice but to kick a field goal. It's 20-17, but it's still a 3-score game. That's a big play by Jonathan Allen, a loss of 3 on DeAndre Swift. 3rd and 4 now for Philly. Hurts throws left side and it's dropped, so Washington catches a break. They get the football back here. And the next play, they're at their own 48-yard line. They hand it off to Singletary, and he gets stuffed. A loss of 3. Is Jordan Davis again. Can anybody block that man? 2nd and 13. Cousins back to throw. Fires across the middle, and he's intercepted for a 3rd time. Uchenna Nwosu undercuts the route. The former Seattle Seahawk with the INT. That's 3 first-half interceptions for Kirk Cousins. We're at the 2-minute warning, and Philly's on the doorstep again. From the 3-yard line, a quick pass right side. It's a touchdown for Kez Watkins. Just tops off his phenomenal first half. And Philly will take a monster lead going into the half, 34-10. Is this the end of Washington's playoff hopes? Well, this is an ugly game here in Lincoln Financial Field. The Commanders just laying an egg. But there's plenty of good games around the league. The Falcons, who are trying to win the NFC South, they lead over the number 1 seed Chiefs in the AFC, 21-14. So a big game there. The Falcons could use a big win there. We face them next week, so not ideal for us. And then out east, the Ravens playing host to the Steelers. Always a defensive slugfest, but it's the Steelers actually winning 14-3 at half. Steelers sit 9-6. They're trying to win the AFC North, while the Ravens are just trying to make the playoffs. And finally, down in Miami, the Dolphins playing host to the Patriots is tied up at 14 apiece. New England is going to win the AFC East, while the Dolphins are trying to at least have some positives on what's been a disappointing season. Well, speaking of disappointment, we're back to our game now, as here's DeAndre Swift with the first carry of the second half. The Eagles will start off with the football just to make matters worse in what is a 24-point deficit. A very fringe 3-possession game. As on 2nd and 3, quick pass. Here's Dallas Goedert with a grab. He had 13 of those in the last meeting. He's had a relatively quieter game in this one. Next play, though, Hurts back to the air. He's still in the zone, mind you. It's a short check down for Watkins, who had a phenomenal first half for Philly. He picks up 7. Back to the ground on 2nd and 3. Swift gets absolutely upended. Nice play there by Trotter. He might have got a half yard, and it's a big 3rd down. 3 tight ends for Philly. They give it right side for Swift, and they're going to give him the first down. I don't like the spot. The enemy is not going to challenge, though. Instead, it'll move the marker. As it's now 1st and 10, as Jalen Hurts gets sacked, runs right into the arms of Sweat. That's a 6-yard loss. And the next play, a 3-yard loss, as Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen bring down Swift. And it's a big 3rd and 19 for Philly. Washington's defense trying to get off the field here. They just set up a screen for Smith. He's not going to come close to the marker, but there's a flag down. And they're going to get a roughing the passer on Jonathan Allen. A massive mistake there by our all-pro defensive tackle. It keeps the drive alive, and Philly would have probably just punted the football away. Instead, they had the ball at the 30, as there's a 1-yard run for Swift, who has not had a good day today. 2nd and 9 now. Hurts back in the gun. 2 tight ends in the formation. They give it to Swift again, right side. He finds one of his better runs of the day. They pick up a 5. Makes it a shorter 3rd and 4. Gainwell will check in for Philly at running back. He's going to look his way. He's going to make the grab. He's going to get out of bounds. That'll be 2 yards shy. And Philly, though, they're going to go for it. What the heck, man? They're going to try to just continue this drive, and they do. Coach Sirianni just maybe rubbing a little bit of salt in the wounds, as Swift is still not down. He finally goes down at the 10-yard line. They could have easily just kicked 3 and took a 4-possession lead. Instead, he wants a touchdown. Swift's going to get a little bit closer after a 4-yard pickup, down now at the 6-yard line. Technically, Philly could pick up a first down, but, it'd be right at the doorstep, as there is A.J. Brown with a little bubble screen. Our defense rallies. 3rd and 4 now. Hurts to the air. Pressure in his face. Allen chasing, but Hurts is going to outrun him to the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. It's now 41 points on the day for Philly, and they just ate up like 7 minutes of clock on that drive. So we'll go to the first possession here for the Commanders' offense, as this one has turned ugly. This is finally touching the football inside the 7-minute mark. After a 9-yard connection, they get a roughing the passer on Kirk Cousins. So that time it was Jordan Davis. So he's basically been in our backfield, so I guess he makes a penalty, but that just shows that he was once again in the backfield. So that gives us a free first down at midfield, as Gibson only gets 1, as the running game continues to be non-existent today. 2nd and 9, Cousins short, finds Dotson, who gets spun around. Dotson had a great game last week in the loss. He's been relatively quiet this week. 3rd and 3, Cousins floats it left side. There's Dotson right when I call his name. He makes another grab, holds on through the contact to Bradbury. That keeps the drive alive. Next play, Cousins short, Mo Alley Cox. That picks up 6. 2nd and 4 now. Inside the 20, Cousins empty. 4-man pressure. He floats it left side. Singletary with a nice grab at the sideline. Good toe tag drag. It's now goal to go from the 2. They try to trust the run game, but there's 3 Eagles in the backfield. That's not going to work. Singletary has negative yardage today. Next play, how about Gibson? No, he can't get in either. There's Josh Sweat and Jordan Davis again in the backfield. Sweat did not play in the first meeting. He gets a tackle for a loss there. 3rd and goal. Cousins has no choice but to go to the air. He floats to the left side for Gibson, who finds the end zone for a touchdown. Nice throw. That's a touchdown for Commanders. It's much needed easily. And that'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. It is a 24-point game. We'll just show you kind of the highlights here of the 4th quarter, unless this one gets close. Here's Cousins on 2nd and goal. He steps up in the pocket, and he does find the end zone. So with 3 minutes left to go, Washington will put the ball in the end zone. It's a rushing touchdown. So now with a 2-point try, Singletary gets the handoff, and he scores, and it's now only a 1-possession game. Next possession here for Washington after Philly went 3 and out at the 2-minute warning, and Cousins floats a deep ball, and it's caught by McLaurin, and he scores a touchdown. Hold on a second. If we get the 2-point conversion, this is a 1-possession game. They give it to Gibson on the ground. He gets it. So now an 8-point lead with 1:55 to go. Is Philly going to allow us to come back in this game? We're going to try the onside kick. Tresswake with a nice one, but there is almost a 80-inch vert that makes the grab. What a play by Philly. They will have the ball at the 43-yard line. We only have 2 timeouts, so we can only stop the clock twice, but we can get the ball back with about a minute to go. After a 1-yard loss, 2nd and 11, they give it to Swift again. He's going to be tackled in the backfield. And these are big plays because Philly's not in field goal range. 3rd and 12. Do they go to the air? No, they're just going to keep it on the ground and continue to drain clock. Swift gets a few, so the clock will run to a minute. But Philly's going to try a 58-yard field goal. On the last drive, Philly missed a 56-yarder. We could get great field position if this doesn't go in, and Elliott's not even close. So with a minute remaining, we're going to get the ball at our own 48-yard line. We just need to go 52 yards. Philly has basically botched this game, allow us to have a chance at least, as Cousins throws that one in the dirt. Yeah, that is on you. 2nd and 10 now, Cousins left side, and this one's going to be incomplete, just trying to force it to McLaurin. And James Bradbury, the wise veteran, knocks that one away. 3rd and 10, bunch to the left. Cousins drops back to throw. He fires that way, and this one's incomplete. That time Nwosu with the hand on it. And now the game rides on this 4th down play. 4th and 10. Cousins back to throw again. Steps up in the pocket. Fires right side. This one's incomplete. There's some contact, but no flag thrown. And that will end the game. The referee decides no pass interference. Bieniemy can't believe it. And Philly will walk away with a win in a game that was a lot closer in the end than it should have been. 41-33 is your final. And with that, Washington's postseason hopes are officially squashed. We have lost now 3 straight games. This one was just bad. A horrible first half. 3 interceptions. I mean, the tip one, okay, the ball just doesn't go your way. The second one and the third one, though, those were just bad throws. I get Jordan Davis. We got to block him more. I don't know what's happened to the offensive line in the past 3 weeks. They've gone from the best unit in the NFL to one of the worst. Week 17, the Falcons do beat the Chiefs 37-31 in overtime, so we'll face the Falcons next week, who are riding high off of a big win. Maybe we can get some positives and potentially beat them on a trap game next week. On Sunday Night Football, the 49ers, one of the hottest teams in the NFL, not named the Eagles, they beat the Vikings 31-21, which means there's a 3-way tie in the NFC North between 3 8-8 teams, and the Vikings are one of them. It's going to be a hectic finish in that division. Finally, on Monday Night Football, the Jets pick up only their 2nd win of the season. They beat the Colts 35-27. Wilson balls out. It's probably too little too late for his job. And the Jets, again, could potentially screw themselves out of a number 1 overall pick if they keep winning games like this. Here are your players of the week. Delpit got it for us. He also forced a fumble, but we picked it up. Garner had 2 INTs and a touchdown in that win over Indianapolis. The Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence with 4 touchdown passes, as well as Brock Purdy with San Francisco in their win over Minnesota on Sunday night. So that brings us into the final week of the season. Here's what the playoff picture looks like. The Lions are now the 7th seed. The Vikings, and the Packers are all 8-8 in the NFC North, so who knows what's going to happen between those two. The number 1 seeds are locked up, the Cowboys and the Chiefs, and now the 49ers have climbed their way all the way to the 2 spot. Next week, we'll end the season against the Falcons. We really have nothing else to play for because we don't even own our first-round pick, so it's just going to, hopefully, we can pick up a win to end the season, what's kind of been a disappointing finish. Bieniemy has said Kirk Cousins will start the final game of the season. I know Penix Jr. is on the bench, but he wants to give Cousins at least the honor of probably finishing up his Commanders career, maybe his NFL career, with a start. So Kirk Cousins, of what could be his swing song, will start next week. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. I'm sorry we cannot make the playoffs in year 2. Hopefully we can do it in year 3 and maybe in year 2 with the win. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.